Fox. Leap of faith again by Anduin Vildanslo, and Medivh's gonna be able to finish him off. 3 kills, a triple for BFM. And now Diablo being surrounded. Fade falling to 25% health. Condemn, and Diablo's down. That might be the actual play of the game. They find another kill.
Apocalypse coming out though. Red team. Oh my god! Red team almost got him.
Axon jumping over to get some kills.
Oh, Ragnarok getting the concussion mine, knocking him out into the fray. Oh, the definition of unlucky.
And welcome to another Thursday night here, twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. I'm joined by the lovely Slexia. How you feeling tonight?
A little tired, but hyped, you know. How about you? Thank you for that warm introduction.
I gotta keep it warm. It was kind of cold out today. I'm bundled up in a sweatshirt, I guess, right now. Pullover, I don't know. It's kind of cold out there, but it's going to be hot in the Nexus tonight. We got a Division A matchup, Minion Miners and Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. And I've seen some of these players from Deathwing's Hookah Lounge before. I know Big Wiz captaining tonight. They got StarFox64 amongst some others. But brand new squad overall. Slexia, you got any info on these guys?
No, I don't have any info, but I am aware that, you know, one's kind of higher up on the ladder right now, one's kind of lower down, and this match is really going to show us some things.
Yeah,
I'm interested to find.
I think you're right. It's kind of the tempo setting match here. If you're Minion Miners, you got to find that win that you didn't find in week 1. And if you're Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, you're trying to remain in first place and pick up that second win here in week 2.
100%. Like your pajama pants, by the way.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see a little bit of them there, huh? Yeah.
You have your knee pulled up to your chest.
I always sit in my chair like this. I don't know why. I'm like a sitter in my chair, feet up.
I have that same hoodie. I need to wear it with you.
Yeah, I think I've seen Turd Herder has it as well. I've seen him wear it on Nexus Edge. But yeah, it's all right. I like it kind of. I wear it when I cast on occasion.
Yeah.
Well,
so. Shoot.
Are
I'm just
you
waiting for this lobby.
Oh, snap. We're all here. Oh, let me invite you.
Oh.
Invite to game. There we go.
Awkward. Yikes. Ooh,
who do we have joining us in chat? There's 10 of you out there right now. If you are new to the channel, this is some very important stuff. We are like 12 followers away from hitting 1,000 here on the channel. So if we make that happen tonight, Slexia, we got something to cheer about.
Hell yeah. 1,000 followers. Come on.
1,000.
I want that to happen when we're doing this game of the week tonight. Get your friends, get your family. If you're on the teams, bring them in, show them what you do in your free time.
Yeah, get your troll account out. Go ahead and follow from that as well. But we only need 12 of you. We'll try to keep an eye out to see who's following tonight, and maybe if you're lucky number 1,000, we can scrounge together something special to give away. I don't know. I'll try. I'll see what I can find from Mama NGS.
Maybe Weenus has a screaming goat laying around somewhere.
Ooh. He probably does. Probably has a whole 5-pack of them somewhere.
I have one right here.
Well, all I got is my chicken. But actually, every time I show my chicken, he gets like green screened. So
yeah, same thing on his channel.
Yeah.
Wait,
but it's not green, it's yellow.
Right, let's see it again. Or maybe I'll just wait for the delay.
Yeah, you might just want to wait for the 30-second delay. Excuse me, I got hiccups again. I just got done eating, like always, before I cast. Fatty McFat Murda. Stop eating food.
Starve yourself like a hostage, like I do, then eat late at night when you're like, I'm gonna faint.
I can't sleep unless I eat. I've definitely been there. Big Wiz ready. Marshall. Marshall's ready as well. Casters, yes, we're ready. I'll let them know.
Ready AF?
Yeah, we done been ready, fam.
Yeah, we've been ready. Super ready all day.
There we go.
All right, we're going in.
So if you're tuning in tonight, you may have seen our brand new intro, courtesy of our good friend Venus, he worked on that this week, and I swear it was like, I asked him on like Monday night, and he had it to me by last night. I was like, dude, you're a god. But really cool work. Yeah, really cool work, and shout out to Venus. Big thanks.
Big thanks to Venus, as they call him now in HOTS.
I heard about that. Oh, you hate to see it. Poor Venus got his battle tag banned, so he renamed to VVENIS now.
So clever, that Venus.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I would have just given up on it. There's our second ban. We had Stukov first and Abathur over there by Deathwing Hookah Lounge.
And a quick Greymane ban. Very popular hero in Div A. I kind of highlighted that in Stats of the Storm yesterday on Nexus Edge. He's the most played hero.
Really? More so than Johanna?
Johanna's the least played. Well, the least of the most played, if that makes sense.
Oh, you're not counting bans then. You're only counting played. I gotcha. Yeah. Because Johanna's banned like every map I'm in.
She is the most banned hero.
Okay. All right. So like participation rate, Johanna's up there, but in terms of getting picked and through the ban phase, Greymane's #1.
#1.
I got you.
Yeah. He has a foam hand and everything. It's crazy.
Mediv, the final ban, as our first pick is here, and it's the Flyboy Falstead.
Oh, the global presence on Cursed Hollow, especially with those anomalies. I'm excited to see how it plays out, how long that Falstad will stay somewhere to make sure he gets some of those extra XP globes.
So I don't hate it. You also get the Gust here, double bosses here on Cursed Hollow, so can maybe set up and help the team. Level 20 upgrade with the Wind Tunnel is a devastating talent. Here's our first two picks, though, for Deathwing Hookah Lounge, Jaina and Anna.
Ooh, and Wesgrove picking up Lucio, ready to shoot bubbles out of that gun with a dragon head.
Ooh.
Who's next? Also, no, Slexia is not a play on Dyslexia. Ragnaros!
So I watched a Rag play, was it last night? No, sorry, it was Tuesday night. I didn't cast last night. That's why I was confused. Tuesday night, and this Rag, top siege damage, top hero damage, top XP. Like, this hero can still play in this meta. That Lava Wave will get value on Cursed Hollow when teams are split fighting over objectives, and it's going to pick up all the XP. One of the only talents in the game since the change that can still do that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Rag is often played here. So what game was that? Who was playing Rag? I'm so curious. But top hero damage, crazy. All right, so Johanna was banned, Garrosh was banned. There's a double frontline picked up here for the red side with Mal'Ganis and ETC.
I was sure to remind these teams, their captains, before the game to check the ban talents so they're aware of this Mal'Ganis ban on Winged Guard at level 1. Slexia, I did just look back in my notes here. It was Phoenix Rising Ruby playing the Ragnaros, and it was fantastic.
It had to have been Bridge to Death playing it.
I think his name was Mixels or something like that.
Darn it. I'm never right anymore. Someone cursed my assumptions. Anyway, Tychus and Anubarak picked up.
And final selection, one of the best here on Cursed Hollow. It's going to be Hanzo, going to help a lot with those camps, and will have that global presence at level 20. Also curious about this ETC picked up by Big Wiz. Does he go into stage dive to try to match some of the global pressure that's definitely going to be coming from the Falstead? And if you want to count the Ragnaros having the global ability with Lava Wave, like, there's a lot of soak that's going to have to be matched that I'm worried for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge about.
I'm okay with their comp, though, because the one time I was talking about this yesterday, I was playing this map and I had 2 heavy frontliners picked in Storm League, and it allowed us to actually take over the lane and deny and absorb those XP globes. So ETC as an offlaner with that potential to be a global as well at 10 is kind of cool, you know? He has a lot of zoning abilities, and I think it's going to be crazy to see what kind of setups they can get.
Well, here we go. Game number 1. We're going to go and introduce this team on the left-hand side first in the blue. We got Wezgra on Lucio. Urdak playing the Tychus. Himibo on a Nubarak. Marshall on Ragnaros. And up top for the solo lane, playing the bird, it is Bruther. Ladies and gentlemen, they are Minion Miners.
And on the red side, playing for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, we have Big Wiz on ETC, Devo playing Hanzo, Jaina being played by Blue 1442, Patches on the Ana, and I think that's Star Fox on Mal'Ganis.
Can't forget about Mal'Ganis. He's the big spooky boy.
Big spooky extra guy that flaps his wings at you and then puts you to sleep.
We have confirmed time to feed the selection at level 1 for Mal'Ganis, so we are good to go here. I also love seeing the simple geometry from Hanzo inside these tribute phases. It's going to get pretty scary later on. We'll see if he wants to go into the Pierce at 16 to help that out. Matchup down bottom will be Ragnaros played by Marshall up against the Hanzo played by Devo. We got some red shirts on the way, Slexia.
Oh yeah. There was a potential gank mid by blue team and now a potential gank bot by red team, but Ooh! Oh! He's extra. He was coming at him too, but he got behind that gate pretty quickly.
So first attempt will fail there for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge as the push at mid is just an Ana in defense. Few heroes starting to split off heading towards the siege camp. It's Tychus and Lucio for Minion Miners and Hanzo on the other side played by Devo.
Yeah. Getting these camps early is definitely important. The tribute will be spawning top lane, so it's good to send that one out bottom. Maybe wait a little bit on the top for the blue side, but Star Fox looks to be in a bit of trouble. Ooh, with Himibo. Really zoning him out, but he's good.
Himibo gets a shield. He's like, I'll go under a tower really quick.
Yeah,
and
hold on a second. Let me pop something out of my back real quick.
Star Fox hasn't seen a healer since the opening seconds of the game when he was near Ana at mid, so currently currently below 50% health. And Rag's looking healthy. This is the pre-level 10 Rag, and I think he's only going to get scarier from here, Slexia.
Yeah, definitely. Bruiser camp getting picked up by the side of Minion Miners, though. And we are getting pretty close to that 2.5 minute mark when the tribute starts to spawn. It looks like Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is now just rotating up to their Bruiser camp.
So for using the macro pressure as a gauge here so far, it's definitely Minion Miners with a little bit more attention to detail, as Lucio's even going to stand nearby that Bruiser camp and wait as long as they can for that tribute to start spawning. Look at Marshall, full mana, full health, and doing just fine up against the Mal'Ganis.
Just doing a little dance, waiting for those globes to come to him. Definitely smart. That CC from Mal'Ganis is pretty rough to deal with, so he's able to just throw his flaming ball into the wave, get an E around his body, and head on up to the tree.
Now, if we want to talk about struggles, ETC struggling to clear out the siege camp that was pushing up top, it's just now getting destroyed, and he is nearby the tribute, the only hero on either side over here, as there's a fight breaking out mid. A Nubrak very low, has to avoid that blizzard, and Himibo uses that burrow charge back behind the wall, surviving, as maybe Star Fox looking for more, but he's going to take that blast from Ragnaros and be the first blood of the game.
First blood of the game. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge also still has that siege camp bot, and it looks like Ragnaros is rotating down there, but so is Hanzo, keeping that pressure up bot lane.
Poor Hanzo, 0 stacks thus far on simple geometry. We're 3.5 in. Another miss there by Devo. So a long day at the office for Hanzo. We'll see if he can catch up to any sort of metric that most players would be at by now. Tribute 2 spawning in 20 seconds, and he's really got to start picking that up, because if he makes it to 16 and doesn't have it complete, it's probably just not even worth taking the Pierce.
It's rough times. All right, well, Minion Miners are already postured around this tribute. It's coming up in about 5 seconds. The Bush of Gank was being occupied briefly by Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, and now they're rotating up, taking the dominant stance onto the Tychus, who is, I don't think, gonna make it out. Nope, that is a kill on the Tychus.
A good finish there too by the Ana, getting that grenade on to secure the damage. And that will be their first kill of the game, but this is their second tribute. Next one will put them on curse point. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge trying to get that first curse and set themselves up for the level 10 heroics before their opponents. We have boss camp spawning in just about 10 seconds, Slexia. I don't think either side's going to be playing too aggressive for them early, but when we get these heroics, both sides have tools to make it happen.
Deathwing's Hookah Lounge looked to be a little aggressive in this top lane to weaken it just a bit before the boss camp. They did get a tower and a wall, but that tribute is all the way bot. And it looks like they're going to fight instead. We have Star Fox anchoring in the bush, coming out with a huge sleep onto the Lucio. And, oh my gosh, and the Anubarak, but Lucio's getting out, having to heal himself up and leave his team behind. Falstad staying up here.
Back in the bottom lane, it's ETC and Ragnarok still looking at this point, but there's a rotation coming from Minion miners. 3 heroes coming down. That will leave the boss open up top, and I see Mal'Ganis on the mini-map already starting that with the rest of the team.
Yeah.
So we're going to tune in up here as that bottom tribute will go over to Minion miners, now 2-1 in favor of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, but this boss will be on the map in just a moment, Slex.
Yeah, definitely will be. They're picking that up and then hoping to probably capture the curse, keeping the teams occupied with the boss, but Minion miners had the same idea and are now on their boss as well.
Maybe this rotation can get here in time. Mal'Ganis, Ana, Hanzo, Jaina all running through mid as we speak. There's the first lava wave of the game. It's top lane.
They're coming in hot. And both teams have ultimates too.
Hanzo not able to get in there in time, but the stage dive from Big Wiz does. Almost gets the full channel, but slides on out. It was close, but no cigar. They will almost get the kill onto a Anubarak. Hamibo with another great burrow charge.
Very close, and all of Minion miners are really low at this point. Their boss, Deathwing's Hookah Lounge boss, is still top, taking this fort out. Most likely going to die before it completely takes it. No, I think it might be able to get it fully, but this is going to give Minion miners a second tribute, and the next one will be a battle for the curse.
You love to see it. So we got a really great game. Pretty close on XP, but a slight lead currently for Minion miners. Level 10. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I do want to note that we are getting the big bad Commander Odin. No laser here, and I think Odin makes sense. It'll give them a bit more opportunity to clear out bosses and camps. A bit more push behind a boss as well.
Right. Yeah, it is scary and just visually scary, and it's scary in execution as well. So this next tribute's gonna spawn bot. Marshall and Himibo are down here with just the Ana laning again. Losing a healer right now would be devastating, but they are backing up. Ana is safe.
Well, we did
Global's top.
Yeah, so we didn't talk about it yet. We did see it come in around that boss, but it's ETC with the stage dive, as I thought might have been the case during the draft. I wasn't quite sure. But so far, oh wow, this Ana is stuck. She's so dead.
Yeah, that's rough.
Stage dive, though, will hit 4. This could be a lot more trouble than just the Ana going down. ETC getting popped out of the cocoon.
Down.
Look at Rag, he's by himself. Lava Wave's gonna get value though, look at this.
God.
2 kills with the Lava Wave. Might be more. Odin looking for it and gets it. Thank you, Rag. Triple kill, actually quad kill with the Ana. Quad kill for Minion miners, 5-3 and a curse.
Star Fox isn't done though. He's over here on Himibo. Now he's backing up, but he wanted to harass him just a little bit more. This is Minion miners taking that first curse. Tychus has the bottom fort down already, and it looks like we're going to see mid fort drop too.
So I heard the Lava Wave, but man, it looked like no one saw that thing coming, and when it got there, it was already under their feet, nowhere to go. So
it's like, just die for it. Like, die for the kills. Don't retreat. I don't know what was in comms, but that was a devastating Lava Wave. Looking at stats right now, that Ragnaros does have top siege, hero, and experience contributed as well here.
Told you! He's good. I think it's just really, like, obviously that lava wave was lucky, like, call it good. I mean, it was fortunate that it hit everyone, but it's going to get so much more value anyway. It doesn't even have to hit the heroes. It's just a bonus if it does.
Right. Alright, so Minion Miner sent Siege out top. Bruiser's available for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. And looks like Minion Miners are rotating bot to kind of get some of this maybe keep wall down to send a boss into lane in about a minute and a half if they're able to.
It's a 2-hero defense here at the wall, Ana and Mal'Ganis, but showing up now, Jaina is here, and is ETC the one who's split with that stage dive? If he wants to come in, he can be here at any moment, but we see Minion Miners making the disengage, as I think we have a tribute soon. And I doubt they want to lose a hero before that happens. Siege Camp will be spawning right here next to Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Hanzo on it immediately.
Yeah. It looks like Minion Miners are rotating together as a large cluster, just getting work done. Like I said, their boss is going to be up relatively soon. Their bruiser is going to be up relatively soon as well. So it seems like they want to keep themselves in this bottom hemisphere of the map, maybe sending Falstad for experience if needed, but Hemibo is slept by the Ana and able to make it out. The Beetles are just by his side tonight, but he's going back for seconds, and oh, he's burrowing out. Okay, that was going to be rough.
No kills there. ETC was split for a while, trying to get that XP up top, now trying to get a little bit more at mid, rejoining the rest of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Bosses will be spawning soon, bottom side 3 seconds, top side already on the map. And I think we're going to have another friendly split up here. Both sides taking their boss.
Yeah, and if, in fact, Deathwing's Hookah Lounge does manage to get the curse, they're going to have to deal with a boss and a bruiser camp at the same time. It's almost not worth to even consider the curse at this time, you know?
That's a good point.
Yeah. It seems like they'd have so much cleanup to do, they couldn't get the full advantage of that curse. Oh, and the Bush of Gank is ringing its truth out as Hemibo gets slept by the oldest trick in the book, which is not Mal'Ganis, but that actual Bush Gank.
They gotta watch out for Falstad, because with this Odin pop, if Falstad can get behind him and find the Gust, could be a lot of kills. EDC's still down bottom. He was showing in that wave, so Minion Miners know it. They move on in. Wesker wide open picks up that first tribute of their second set, and still holding at 2. They had the first 2, but Deathwing's Hookah Lounge not fortunate enough to find their third yet.
Minion Miners are losing their second tower at the top keep because of this boss that was pushing the entire time that all of that was happening.
Yeah, no one went to respond to it.
So, there's never anything gold on this map. Both teams are just all about that macro pressure. And I think it's who has the best timing with it that'll win this game. We have 5 to 3 kills, nothing major, experience about equal. So it's about the engage, and there's Mal'Ganis going in with the sleep, the blizzard put on him, but he's able to escape with his burrow. Anubarak is rather. So it's time to try again.
ETC waiting to stage dive in from a distance right now, but still not finding it. Finally pulls the trigger, hits onto 2. Mal'Ganis behind. This is Ragnaros in trouble, but gets the barrier from Lucio, and all the damage coming out. Carrion Swarm trying to negate some of it on Mal'Ganis, and he will be able to pick up the kill on Anubarak. First of the fight, and that should give enough room now for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge to get their first curse of the game, and that'll save their bottom keep, which was under a lot of pressure. Top lane had a siege camp pushing in, going to be cleared up quickly by Jaina. And it's time to go right here, Slexia.
It's time to go. Let's go, as you say. Regen, let's go. I don't know how you do it. I can't. But they're pushing to make a 3-man push mid. 4 men now with ETC bot. This is, pretty late in the game, so every death has a larger consequence with the timers, and I think maybe it's been calculated to wait this long. I don't know. They're
Big
rotating
win.
up to that keep, which is exposed fully from not answering to the boss on the side of minion miners.
And Star Fox playing this frontline Mal'Ganis is actually going to turn around and find a few trying to get in on the flank side. Ragnaros is the one all by himself, split
Yeah,
out.
wow.
Hanzo sees it, hits the Dragon's Arrow, follow-up root lands as well. And bye-bye, Ragnaros is down. No Molten Core available here as the curse will be expiring in 8 seconds, but 5v4 on the map. I think Deathwing's Hookah Lounge can get this top keep.
They can certainly try. Ragnaros making that rotation was a huge loss for the side of minion miners. But I think both teams maybe want to play it safe, because every single thing that they do at this time can cause a huge impact. Both teams have keeps exposed, and that's rough.
Pseudo Nathan in chat saying, is picture black for anyone else? I sure hope not. It should look good. It looks like it's coming through. I'm not getting any error signs or anything like that. So if you're having issues, I apologize, and hopefully they can resolve themselves shortly.
F5 refreshes you.
Yeah, try
Maybe.
F5.
Both teams on their bruiser camp. Hanzo on the siege camp for the side of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, and most likely Ragnaros just clearing up the wave and then maybe heading to their siege camp. 20's just almost there for both sides. We're about even. And I think any next team fight will really help set the pace for how this game will end.
Well, if this bruiser camp gets onto the fort, it will fall. And you can see that mage minion already down from the other bruiser camp on the blue side. I think Deathwing's Hookah Lounge ready to fight, and they will have 20 for a brief moment over their opponents. There it is. But 20 is already matched on the other side less than 2 seconds later, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be a good time for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge to actually back up. Their boss is available, and if Marshall were to come there and Molten Core, it could be pretty rough. But it looks like Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is just up near their boss, and Minion Miners are thinking the same thing. It's just a deja vu Groundhog Day here. As every single macro objective spawns, it gets taken immediately.
Yeah, no sort of global pressure is going to get all the way down to the bottom side. Look how fast that clear is. Tychus and Falstead and Ragnaros, they do a good bit of damage, and third boss each side going out for the third time at the same time. And I think we're going to have 2 different keeps down at the end of this too, because these are strong right now. I don't even know if Ragnaros can stop that with the Molten Core.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he'll even use it for that, but luckily he has a few members to back him up. And I don't know if blue boss will take much damage or get much damage onto this bottom keep either.
Well, there is the Molten Core. It's coming out to save this keep, and they should be able to get this job done. Let's check in on the red side, as that boss has just went down as well. We still have 3 keeps standing on each side of the map. 18 minutes and about 20 seconds in, but it is 2 more tributes right now for Minion Miners. They have the advantage here.
This is going to be an all-out battle, because if Minion Miners get this curse and are able to push in any capacity, dare I say it would be GG.
Absolutely.
Tight choke point though. Himibo using his burrow to come in to his team. And just a lot of poking. Oh, that's a lot of damage coming out from the Hanzo W.
Yeah, so he did end up going with the Pierce at level 16, even though he didn't have it done. There's a great arrow follow up with that stage dive, but the gust, the wind tunnel, perfectly played by Falstead. It's Ragnaros, though, who gets isolated. First kill of the fight, as the big red button, Odin, has been popped. Carrion Swarm backside, Mal'Ganis chasing him towards their gate. But really no reason to chase these kills out. Just make sure you get that tribute. If you do get a kill, though, it could be game. They're going to look for it, but too close to the tower is not able to get the job done, but they do get the curse, keeping themselves alive.
Wow. Not only was that gust clutch, but Lucio's ultimate was on point as well. At the exact perfect time in that engagement. crazy.
Barriers have been great today so far. There's one earlier up by the Tribute in top lane that had some save potential to it. Can they use it on the keep here? That's the question. I don't think that's possible. Wall's going to go down quickly with one of these catapults here. Looks like Deathwing's Hookah Lounge trying to pick up a different keep than they were trying at earlier. But they might have the same result, as it's a pretty scary backline here with the Falstead throwing in those hammerings. Tychus, if you get too close, going to minigun you down. So they retreat once again.
Just a very even game, you know. Can't venture to guess. Minion Miners have all members up now. They are picking up their Bruiser camp. This time, Deathwing's Hookah Lounge hasn't gone to theirs, so that is one slight advantage they have. Jaina is already at the Tribute channeling with Marshall on that Ragnaros, throwing out one of his spicy meatballs, and ETC comes in, putting a huge stun, but Anubrak's able to burrow out, and Odin is popped as well, with Ragnaros just in all of the tight spots every single fight, taking so much damage. Big Wiz is the one to die though, and Marshall just barely hanging on by a thread, with Devo on that Hanzo having to trait out of the fight, but Wesgra is not giving up, chasing him, and Minion Miners are going to be able to channel this.
Ooh, no more pokes
And they were
coming
at
out.
such a health deficit for a while.
They were, but it got swung around. Another great barrier from Lucio. Likely going to be our MVP in game number 1 if Minion Miners can close this out. Another lava wave coming in. Not going to hit many heroes. Oh, it does. Blue took a whole chunk from that lava wave. I didn't get to mention yet, but I kind of was hovering it while you were talking, Slexia. That Lava Surge pickup at level 20 coming into effect as these lanes are really pushed out. 2 heroes down, and I think we're about to watch the end right now.
Yeah, it's rough in here. Ana is down for another 45 seconds. ETC is up in 5 though, and they are on this core taking down the shield. If Star Fox can hang on, there might be a chance. The cocoon on Hanzo is almost expired, and it looks like they're gonna fight for it. Core being pinged, but Ragnaros does go down. That wind tunnel going out is going to allow Minion Miners to finish the core, and that is GG. Game 1 going over to Minion Miners.
So I watched Nexus Edge this week, and I was a little surprised to see Minion Miners as low as they were in the rankings at the bottom. And I was pleasantly surprised to see Deathwing's Hookah Lounge off to a great start, but I believe they were ranked number 1 on Nexus Edge. So the top just got beaten in game 1 by the bottom. This is an underdog story if you're following Nexus Edge.
And also, just looking at their standings, I think Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is 2-0, and Minion Miners was 0-2 or something like that. So that's why I was like, this game tonight is going to tell a lot. You know, it's going to bring those rankings in a bit tighter, maybe pull both of them closer to the middle, depending.
Well, I talked about it at the end, but we have to shout out Wesgra as our Game 1 MVP, leading Minion Miners to a lot of great team fights with that barrier from Lucio. Potentially going to get banned out in Game 2. It was that good for me there, Slexia. I think it maybe draws some attention in the next draft.
I agree, and the Ragnaros had a lot of impact in the beginning of the game, and his lava waves definitely did a lot, but we cannot look at these stats without looking at the Jaina and the constant output of damage. Without having lava wave, 160k siege damage, incredible. And 7-7 kills. This was a pretty even matchup. So what are power rankings? Am I right? Anyway.
All right, ladies and gents at home, we are going to be taking a short break as we set up our second lobby of the night. We have a few videos to air for you now. We have a Patreon video and another one shouting out the ladies of the Nexus, which takes place each and every Saturday night here on twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. We'll be back in just about 4 minutes with some more action. Game 2 is up next. And welcome back. Oh, I gotta put Slexia back. Hold on. My bad. There you are. Okay.
No, please.
Well, welcome back. Game number 2's up next. We had game 1 going over to Minion Miners, the underdog taking game 1. And
Yeah.
next map selected by Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Very close, tight-knit map. We're gonna have to see a game 3 if we want to see Deathwing's Hookah Lounge stay on top. You know, so we're gonna have to see a huge fight put out by them. I was pleasantly surprised with the performance of Minion Miners and super excited to see that W. But I think I'm ready to go into draft.
I'm ready as well. I do want to say, I think that Deathwing's Hookah Lounge looked like they were playing well early game. Something happened after the second tribute. It all started going downhill. Those level 10s came online. The gusts were great. The barriers were great. And you do have to credit Minion Miners for just playing a really good game number 1 over on Cursed Hollow. Here we go, game 2, Tomb of the Spider
Maybe it's that one bruiser camp they didn't get. After getting all of the macro objectives, that one bruiser camp.
Well, they were able to get their own boss 3 times. They got some keeps down, but couldn't figure it out at the end there.
Tomb of the Spider Queen. Are we gonna see that Lucio ban, like you're speculating? We're gonna see Stukov banned here first. Outside of Minion Miners.
So Stukov is also banned game 1. The Lucio, I mean, it was good enough for me that I'd think about banning it. Whether or not they do it, we'll see. But it's something to consider. Do they get rid of the Ragnaros? I think Rag can be played here as well.
Junkrat here.
Junkrat's pretty strong here.
I just can't stand Junkrat, and he just interrupts so many things. Like, you're just having a good time rotating, you have a rhythm going, and then boom, a concussion mine, and you're dead. You know, so there's the Greymane ban again as well.
So
Final ban for the side of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge coming out for the first phase. What?
I was going to say all 3 of these have been the bans from game 1. The other one was Abathur, but I don't expect an Abathur ban here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So maybe the Johanna. No, they think about it and they go with the Ragnaros. Not too bad of an idea either.
And there we have a Nazebo picked up.
What?
Something that in Storm League can be frustrating, like a first pick Nazebo. I know he has had some changes, but like in competitive play, it's like, all right, you play the Nazebo. I'm curious to find out how they use them, you know.
A confident first picking Nazebo?
Yeah. Like, hold on, let's get this, because they might take it. Like, is it like that? I don't know. Anduin Garrosh picked up. And there's the Lucio again with the Johanna.
Oh, they even get the Johanna this time. That's better than what they had in game 1 with the Anubrak. Johanna on what I have always called her best map, just because there's so much wave clear and she's able to get between it so quickly. I think they got great picks. And the Nazebo just stays in the 4-man now and gets all the stacks up to 175. And once it's level 20, GG, Minion Miners leave here with a 2-0. How do you shut this down now?
A blow up comp.
They have some good pieces already.
I mean, the Jaina was banned by the side of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, which is something that maybe I could have expected coming out from them for the blow up comp. So, interesting. I'm so perplexed that I'm actually playing with my other headphone and my fingers. Like, who is it? Kalthos and Sylvanas.
Kale and Sylv. I like the Kalthos here. The Sylvanas as well. Going to help push if they get those objectives in. And you can usually count on getting at least one. So should have some sort of value here. Is it a good enough response to help shut down this Nazebo damage? I think maybe the double support almost makes sense. Because if Nazebo can't kill you, he's not getting any value, right? Just heal it.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on the false stat with the comp from Minion Miners. I'm already feeling the comp for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge here, not only because they can get an early game advantage with a lot of their wave clear, but also because Garrosh is scary. And Garrosh and Johanna clashing is a rough time. And then we see a Varian picked up. So...
potential double taunt?
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be crazy?
It could happen here.
I can't. That's just too exciting. I can't deal with that kind of speculation because it will never come true, or will it?
I've seen it before.
I need to see it.
Well,
I don't know. They don't have the like immediate blow up like that though. Sorry.
You're right. Like if they had the Leeming instead of the Kael'thas, maybe that's a little bit scarier.
Or the Jaina, which
Or the
maybe they
Jaina.
just figured the other team would take it. Might as well ban it. They have backup mages to play, but
Yeah.
yeah. I think they were going for a blow up comp, and they're gonna try it. So I'm curious to see if Anduin can follow up on the toss by Garrosh and enough damage can be pumped out to really shut Minion Miners down to take this to a game 3.
Well, shout out to these teams right now, and if you want to join in that shout out, hashtag MM or hashtag DHL in chat right now. Vote for your favorite team as we load on in to game number 2, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Over on the blue side, we got Wesgro once again playing the Lucio. Urdak on the Nazebo. Bruther playing Falstead for the second game. Himibo on Johanna. And down in the solo lane, playing the Chen, it's Marshhole. Ladies and gentlemen, they are Minion Miners.
And on the red side, playing Varian is Big Wiz. Garrosh, played by StarFox64. Anduin, played by Blue1442. Patches on the Kael'thas. And Devo on Sylvanas. This is Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Game 2 and a best of 3 for Game of the Week. Let's go.
So yeah, Hookah, cool. You ever
Hookah,
try
cool.
Hookah before? Like the
Oh,
strawberry
yeah.
Hookah and stuff?
Oh yeah, it was all about hookah back when. Loved a cola flavored hookah, cherry cola
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
with ice water. Yeah, it was delicious.
It's gotta be ice water, right?
Oh yeah.
First wave on each side, not a lot of damage going out onto heroes. Himibo taking about 40% of his health bar, but should be just fine on the Johanna. Playing aggressive against this Garrosh, not too worried.
Starfox did use his Q in the opposite direction, and I feel like had he landed it on Johanna, would have looked for a toss, but he is tight onto this blue side looking for these rotations and a possible toss. But he gets walled in instead with the condemn onto him, and he throws Johanna away instead. Mounts up. Oh, on.
So the one issue that Minion Miners are inevitably going to have is that they really don't have hard CC. They will, of course, get the Bless Shield at level 10. Looks like Slexia DC'd on us as Johanna is going to fall there. So
I'm still here.
you're here? Okay.
I don't know what the heck happened. Yeah, I'm here. It was lagging out, and then I was gone. But yeah, you're right. Not a lot of CC. Is that what you said?
Yeah, just like really the only form they have is the Blessed Shield or like a zombie wall from Nazebo. If you consider, I guess it's a form of CC, body blocking.
Or Gust.
Or Gust, you know, but like nothing really to keep heroes locked in for Falstead to put damage on. So it's going to be a lot of hit and run fights for Minion Miners, and I'm kind of worried for them with that aspect.
Right. And that's what I was saying. It's like, okay, first pick Nazebo, okay, but like what is your heavy hitting follow-up? Oh my gosh, Falstad getting tossed, immediately CC'd by the Kael'thas and just blown up. Blown the what up?
Look at level 4 Varian. Picks up the taunt.
Oh my god! He's playing for the fans! Hi!
We love you, Big Wiz!
Hi, Big Wiz! Hello? Thank you.
Marshhole versus Big Wiz. Venus would have fun with that one.
Right? We casted a match last night with someone named Tiddly He.
Oh yeah, I know Tiddly He.
He was playing ETC.
Chen's still holding on to 14 gems. Looks like Varian got to cash in a few. He didn't show it on stream. It's putting more damage out onto Johanna is Sylvanas. But it's Garrosh holding 28 gems right now. He's the one who definitely has to turn in if you're Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. And I think Star Fox can go to the bottom egg spawner to do it. Yeah, that's exactly where he is. And I don't think Chen's going to have any clue he's there.
Ooh, Devo barely making it out of that wall, but Nazebo tossed over and blown up. The dream is alive with the blow up comp right here with Kel'Thas instead of a Jaina. You love to see it.
Yeah, grab
Immediate
laps has
CC
been good.
follow up. Yeah, gravity laps or Anduin's
The chastise.
shackle. Yeah, it's just like good luck. You know what I mean? Good luck against that. And we do see Deathwing Hookah Lounge turning in for the first Webweaver phase and just bombs spreading from Johanna to Falstad. And Nazebo is probably in a rough spot here. Nope.
Let's talk a bit about Unfurling Shadows. 26 stacks in the early game here for Sylvanas, getting plenty of it going on Johanna. And that's a talent that's going to scale into late game. Much like the Nazebo scaling, he's sitting at 60 stacks right now, make it 61. And might get a few more heroes. That zombie wall hits a few heroes. Now it's Falstead getting tossed over the wall. Star Fox trying to keep some chase on him. But the rest of the team still focusing down this mid wall as the Webweavers here pushing in.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of the Unfurling Shadows talent, never have been, so I'm curious to see what kind of value it will get. Yeah, that was almost close for Falstad. Using his E to get out just took him straight to a wall, and he had to kind of stutter step attack away. It was rough, but this top fort is probably going to go down. It is disabled, and the spider just sends that wave in. I don't think there's really anything that Minion miners can do here at this point.
Now, unfortunately, we haven't been able to watch much of the Varian versus Chen matchup. Marshall holding on to 28 gems right now, full health. He's doing just fine for himself. Varian also looking healthy, so it's kind of been a boring matchup so far, I guess. Neither hero really going too far, and it takes so many auto attacks from each of these to take either hero down, and it's like not even worth trying to do it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But I feel like with that taunt, Big Wiz has an execution button, and all he has to do is say, "Hey team, let's get him," and then those gems are gone. You know?
And likely gonna go the shield breaker talent later on too to help deal with the shielding of Chen. Gank attempt happening.
Coming down though.
Taunt lands on the Falstead, and Varian runs right towards him, trying to get to his team. Friendly toss and the friendly pull. Gonna keep Big Wiz alive. Blue 1442 saving the day.
The clutch grip. But here comes the Webweaver phase for the side of Minion miners, and there is an actual chase happening in this choke point. Wailing Arrow coming out with nothing to follow it up, but it happened.
My opinion, Wailing Arrow a little bit too late. If you rip that earlier, Johanna doesn't get the Iron Skin off and Garrosh can land that toss. Instead, it's all wasted. 70 seconds left until it's back up. That time, Johanna getting tossed into the tower, but once again, Iron Skin ready to go. Check out the clear around the map. Top lane, Sylvanas, Kel'Thas, Anduin taking out that top Webweaver. And down bottom, it's just the Varian here. Chen doing pretty well pushing this in, still holding on to all those gems too.
Yeah, he has endured quite a bit to get to this point with nearly 40. Varian doing a decent job at clearing this with that harassment, but here comes the whole Minion miners team rotating down to get what they can from this bottom fort. Gargantuan popped, and Big Wiz would be foolish, wouldn't he, to engage before his team arrives? A flank from Garrosh behind this whole team trying to rotate away. And who's going to be the lucky person to get their number drawn and tossed? Nope, no one. Oh, maybe. Wesgra? Is it you? It's Wesgra.
Barrier was instant from Wesgra that time.
I know.
Not wanting to get the combo burst
like
on him.
Connected to his brain, if the fear sensor comes off, it just pops. You know, like there's no delay. It's... Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys at home saw that, but Chen did dump off all those gems that he was holding. Marshall getting them in, but... It is the red team, 55 gems in the bank. They're going to get their second Webweavers of the game. Their bottom lane with Sylvanas right now. Only Chen here and 4 blue heroes. They're still all the way at mid. So this could be a couple towers early if they want to go for it. Or they can look for this rotation. Looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Sights focused on Johanna, but Varian didn't want to rip the taunt on her. and they're all going to be able to back on out.
Yeah, they definitely want to try to maybe zone, play it safe. Hemi just doing an excellent job on the Johanna. Not really allowing them to capitalize on their blow-up potential because Johanna has been targeted quite a few times. Sylvanas has disabled the fort. Now it's back to shooting things, and it's just a stalemate. Brother on that Falstad from the side, just flanking and doing damage. Not really looked at. Getting some free damage off. But what about Marshall down here? Deleted. That's what about him? Gone.
Big Wiz with the taunt, baby.
Big old fat taunt on that chin.
All right, 13 talents, 4-0 on the kills. I'm pulling those up right now. 2 apiece for Garrosh and Kael'thas as there's a bruiser camp open. Big Wiz nearby. Gonna need a little help from the rest of the team, but they want this mid fort first. Black arrows from Sylvanas gonna help get that job done. But that does give enough time to move on to this bruiser camp for minion miners, and looks like Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is gonna go ahead and retreat.
They know they're there. They had to have popped in division. But they don't seem to be concerned because all members are up again for minion miners. But maybe no, they're deciding to come in from a different angle. And just Wesgra is on the point, gets tossed into his own team. The flame strike comes out, but really does not land on him. And now Marshall's caught in a rough spot again. And there is the gust, the blue side channeling this point. But there is just so much damage with that light bomb coming out, as well as the flame spreading non-stop.
So I'm actually confused.
But it's on the red side, me too. What the hell is happening?
I'm actually confused because Varian charged on the point, but his hitbox must have not quite been on it, as that capture goes on over. The spell armor comes right out, and
yeah,
I think that was really the determining factor of the fight. Is just that minion miners got that passive armor from the mage minion or mercenary there inside the choke point. Plenty of value happened, and what did it end up being? 2 or 3 kills, right? 2 kills?
I'm actually confused too. I don't even know how many kills it was because the light bomb came out, right?
It looked like it, yeah. Yeah, it's still on cooldown.
Light bomb came out, as well as just a ton of living bombs, but Deathwing's Hookah Lounge was the one taking all the damage. That's why I was like, oh, light bomb and flames, but wait, that was from them, but they were the ones taking damage. It was crazy. The damage mitigation is insane.
Look at the stacks from Lucio. He's only level 14, and he's about to hit the mark right now, 171. And this wave here is going to give him the full 175. So there he is, Nazebo, ready to go at level 20.
Ready to go. Calculated. Ooh, but this time Marshall again is pulled in. Light bomb coming out, and whoa. Is he making it? Wailing Arrow couldn't even stop him. Marshall, he does die. Blessed Shield keeps the rest of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge at bay. But they really have to watch out for this turn-in, and they know it. The team is split, checking all points.
We haven't yet talked about it yet, but it was picked up at level 13 for Varian. Shattering Throw going to help a ton against this Chen. Can even help against the Johanna, especially if she goes indestructible at 20 or anytime she pops an Iron Skin. That Shattering Throw is going to do a ton of damage to both of those frontline heroes for minion miners, but Big Wiz is going to have to find an avenue to get in there to pull the cord. Lightwell the selection at 16 for Anduin, as a few of these talents coming in for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. They're not quite at their next turn-in. They need some more gems. And plenty on hand currently for minion miners.
Yeah, the whole time, also, you know, minion miners sent a boss top. And now I think the whole way to win this game for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, if we want to go to 3, is just deny blue team, get picks with the blow up, and end. But we have to see that executed perfectly. They do have turn in now. If blue team, if minion miners want to win, they have to deny turn in. Same thing as what Deathwing's Hookah Lounge has to do, but they're able to turn in freely.
So third turn-in of the game. This one's back-to-back after their second. And it's going to be threatening all these lanes. Bottom lane still has a siege camp pushing in and a catapult. That'll be up on the wall, but Urdak playing this fully stacked Nazebo will be clearing it out. Top lane, though, appears to be the prioritization for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, wanting to set this up. Keep wall already damaged. Just the tower remaining, as Varian's going to charge in first. Not finding too much yet.
All right, it's a battle for this keep. Sylvanas' trait being used, disabling the towers, getting a little bit onto that keep. It's no longer in play, but this Web Weaver is still pretty strong here. The Nazebo is using the wall to kind of zone teams out. Phoenix dropping down, but Himibo caught, lit on fire, popping the shield with Light Bomb coming out, and this time those flames are actually devastating, but both sides taking so much damage. Johanna's the first to fall. Big Wiz makes it out, which I did not expect because I thought that would be the second kill I'd have to call out here. Gust being used, pushing the entirety of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge back, and they are just relentless and rotating down to this mid keep.
So this is 3 keeps. Sylvanas here, Black Arrows at mid. Bottom lane still has a Web Weaver pushing in. They could even maybe get a kill on the Chen, taking a ton with that stagger. Follow up still from Kael'thas. Marshall able to leave, but yes, Slexia, all 3 keeps are down, and without that frontline Johanna, do they push in? Oh, Nazebo, you can't fall here. No ice block. He had used the ice block earlier, so no way to live, and that's 10 gems on the ground, a hero down for 40 seconds, and Deathwing's Hookah Lounge trying to send us to a game number 3.
Ooh, Star Fox looking low though, and the life grip could not save him. Big Wiz is now the one in the middle, taunting Wesgra and getting booped back. Will fall here at the core. And now Minion Miners have the advantage with 4 members up, Nazebo up in 15 seconds, and a turn-in.
Boss will be up before those heroes respawn as well, but they still have to clear out lanes. Bottom lane almost up at the core, which did take 42% of its damage or health points earlier during that push. So backdoor is an option at any time now. With the core being that low, you have to keep eyes on these heroes at all times. With no keeps up, the waves are going to be pushed in. They need these objectives to help counter push, and here comes the first of seemingly what might be many for Minion Miners, holding on to a ton of gems right now.
And they are all 5 up. Garrosh just now spawning, about 13 seconds left on the Varian before he is up. And what we do see by Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is the advantage of structures, especially this mid fort, which is still available even with that push coming in. But it will take quite some time for these Web Weavers to even get to where they're trying to go, and the top one's already disintegrated.
Well, I was going to say, this could be level 20s by the end of this objective phase for Minion Miners, and I would love to see him just play it slow. Like, you're up against the 20s on the other side, but just go get the XP, let these things crash in. You're probably not getting a keep here no matter what you do, but once you get 20 and you have that Nazebo online, you get things like Wind Tunnel. You can, go for some upgrades on Johanna, maybe even the spell shield for her, or the spell shield.
Here we go. We already see Deathwing's Hookah Lounge coming in for a gank, and the taunt goes out onto Wesker. He's able to get out, and then a toss onto Falstad, and he's able to get out. The life grip onto Patches, but here is some massive damage, and that Gust with the Phoenix zoning and splitting these teams. It's almost like Falstad pushed Deathwing's Hookah Lounge away from them, and Phoenix zoned Minion Miners away from Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. It's like a Romeo and Juliet story here, but Wesgra does die while Minion Miners get a turn in.
And if Varian can get up closer, this will be a dead Johanna as well. Double kill there for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge.
That's a core call.
They're up against Web Weavers, but why bother? Just head it right on in. Just Chen, Nazebo. Nazebo still a level away from 20 when that's really what they were waiting for all game. Got up to 252 stacks, but when you don't make it to level 20, none of it matters at all, does it?
It depends, though, because Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is taking so much damage, and this core is absolutely dead, but we did see some kills in that final fight. That we're going to be headed to a game 3 here. That was insane. Insanity.
So we're going the distance. You'll have to see that. It's been only, I don't know, one cast. My last one that also went the distance, and the one before that. I've been seeing a lot of game 3s recently. And I think this is what we were expecting coming out tonight. It was Deathwing's Hookah Lounge probably going to be the better team, but it didn't look that way in Game 1. Game 2, completely different story, though, Slexia.
Yeah, I mean, that was their map pick. That was their blow-up comp. And, I mean, it didn't work out all the time. You know, a lot of displacement was there on the side of minion miners, whether it be from Lucio or Falstad, even Chen. But it was enough. It just took longer than expected to get the result.
So we're going to flip on over to our talent screen here. Slexia, you want to name an MVP of this game number 2? Who do you think it might have been?
I feel like Anduin had some clutch trait value that game. I don't know. It's either Anduin or Garrosh for me, because Garrosh was constantly getting vision, waiting to set up a blow up.
I was going to say probably Star Fox for me. He did find a lot of tosses, didn't really miss any at all. And having his team behind him every time. Kael'thas on point, Anduin on point with the Grav Laps and Chastise. Overall, just a really job well done by Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Team effort to get that win on map number 2. Ladies and gents, we're going to take our final break of the evening before we are back with our conclusion to Minion Miners and Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. We'll be back in just about 4 minutes. And welcome back. Game number 3 will be up next. We're sitting here in our lobby. Our teams are eagerly anticipating us to say we're ready. We were getting.
I said un momento. We just got raided by Mark Zombie.
Oh
Thank you
yeah,
so much.
it's huge shout out. Mark Zombie just finishing up Regen and Archon. Looks like Regen took it 2-1. We were tuning in during the break trying to find out the victor there. So welcome if you are joining us from that channel. You're hopping into a game number 3 here as well between Minion Miners winning game 1 on Cursed Hollow and Deathwing's Hookah Lounge just taking Tomb of the Spider Queen. Map number 3 will be Dragon Shire. Slexia, who do you think has the edge moving into this last one?
The way they both played macro on Cursed Hollow, I honestly could not even guess. Depending on if they pick up false stat again, I feel like it could go over to Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. I don't think it was impactful enough the last game, and I'm tired of seeing it. Just kidding. Not kidding. I think we have to find out. Both teams are really just all about that macro life, so they maintain that experience, and it's going to have to be a team fight situation. So if Deathwing's Hookah Lounge can get a blow-up comp again, they might take this W.
They got the Garrosh and the Varian in game number 2. The double taunt worked to perfection. Follow-up was fantastic from Kael'thas and Anduin, netting them enough kills for the win. Finally getting our readies from everyone here in the chat, and we're loading on in game number 3, Dragonshire.
Dragonshire. You killed my husband! No, I'm kidding. I don't know. She says that, and it freaks me out, so... all right, let's see these bands. Are we going to see Greymane band again? Who else have we seen? Abathur?
We saw an Abathur ban in game 1 on Cursed Hollow. I think that one made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see it on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I think that made sense. But
We're going to see a Lucio ban. A warranted Lucio ban.
See, I thought they should have banned
Was that
Lucio
maybe
last game, but they left him through and they ended up beating it. Maybe
Yeah.
they just said, let's bring a burst comp against a Lucio comp, and we're confident with that. So they stick now with the Ragnaros ban in game 3.
They don't want to deal with the Ragnaros. Makes sense. I mean, depending on what tank Hemibo wants to take. Well, there's the Stukov ban again. Or it's just the same old, same old, same old. Not even a...
I think a Garrosh ban would make sense here for Minion Miners to take him out.
Well, especially with Johanna being banned, there's the Garrosh ban. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Star Fox gets that Garrosh again, like, that would be over. Did not miss an opportunity to set up a blow-up comp. A blow-up situation, rather. So here we are with a first pick going over to Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, and it's Rexar in his metal sports bra. Love to see it. Where's Misha? Hidden probably in that chest piece.
It's a metal sports bra.
It is. I'll say it every time. It never gets old to me.
I never thought about it like that, but I suppose different perspectives for different people.
Like a half shirt, belly button showing. It's like, come on.
First two picks here from Minion Miners. They hop on the ETC, and for the 3rd game in a row, Bruther going to play the Falstead.
Oh, it's not Brother, it's Bruther. My bad, Rip.
I think it's like a play on Uther. Am I wrong?
Oops, I don't know. I thought it was Brother spelled with a U. Greymane getting to be played this time with Murda. So Greymane has been banned both other games, and now he slides through.
Yeah.
Could it be the pick that just executes the whole team?
Oh, he's been so popular. You mentioned earlier, like top popularity, at least for picks. And it'll be our first look at him. I'm trying to think if he's winning most of the games that I've been watching, because I've seen him selected a lot. Let me just, I think, this was a win. This was a win. Okay, he wins every game I'm looking at. Not in this one.
So, Deathwing's Hookah Lounge banning Malthuel, not wanting to go against him in the solo lane. We're gonna have to see. See what is picked up by Minion Miners. We are rooting for you, Minion Miners. We're rooting for you also, Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, but I want to see more damage from the side of Minion Miners. That last game, they had like no damage.
Whoa!
It's a
Whoa!
double
Please be Water Dragon. I'm excited. Lily Karazim.
Yeah, it is. My eyes do not deceive me. So, okay. We're getting fancy now. Why even speculate on what's happening?
Well, is it Water Dragon?
Is Ana the pick here? Probably. It might not be, though. It could just be damaged. Okay, Ana is the pick. Easy pick. And there's a Kel'Thas. Same blow-up potential. We get a stun, we get a gravity lapse, and just a throat gnawed out by Greymane if they want it, asleep, you know, and in a variation, different variables of the abilities that Deathwing's Hookah Lounge has to take out Minion Miners with just a little bit more sustain. Who's their final pick? Mal'Ganis. Okay, double tank, double support. Falstead carry. Not convinced. Prove me wrong, Minion Miners.
Ooh, prove us wrong, Minion Miners. Chat, time to let us know for the last time tonight. Hashtag MM or hashtag DHL. Who you here rooting for? Who's going to win game number 3? Slexia, if I had to pick, I'm taking the momentum. And that was Deathwing Hookah Lounge in game number 2, looking really strong. They get back on this Kel'Thas, which is fantastic, and I think that might be the difference maker. Just having Patches once again playing the Kel'Thas.
There's a difference from a Kel'Thas in, like, let's say, Division D, right, to a Division A Kel'Thas. This Kel'Thas is using that CC on cooldown, setting up fights, and that's what we saw from him. Like, I cannot wait, and it doesn't look like I have to, so we get into this.
Yeah, that was really quick. Yeah, I certainly will. I had to swap back on the other cams for just a second, and it was loaded so fast. But here we go. Game number 3 up front on the Lily is Marshall. Urdak playing Mal'Ganis. Up top for the 3rd game in a row is Bruther on the Falstead. Himibo playing ETC. And last but not least, Wezgra not on the Lucio this time. It'll be Karazim. They are the Minion Miners.
And on the red side, we have Big Wiz on Rexar, Star Fox 64 playing Murda, Blue 1442 on Ana, Avo on Greymane, and Patches on Kel'Thas. This is Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, the fieriest hookah lounge in all the land. Something clever.
I think that was
already
clever
setting up for a gank. Look at this. It's their hobby.
Oh, this is interesting. It's seasoned marksman for Falstead. I would have not expected.
Marksman.
Yeah, but why? I mean, you have extra targets with the Misha out there. Go to the Q build. Already going to lose the Karazim, who couldn't dash out. Greymane finding first blood.
Yeah, the CC, the blow up, just is a lot, and Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is already looking for another gank possibly, but they let Marshall slide through this time. Maybe not the Mal'Ganis. He has slept, and Devo going in for the kill with the grenade from Ana just makes it that much easier. The follow-up by Patches explodes him into the night, and now these siege camps are what both teams seem to be maybe trying to focus on, but I don't think Murda wants to let Minion Miners have theirs. He's over here.
Oh, Minion Miners gonna lose out on a couple globes there as well. Kel'Thas not here to grab them though, which would have been nice for Patches, but we'll rejoin the team here in this bottom lane. The shrines are activating as we speak. Up top, this is Rexar. Okay, Slexia, this is king of the solo lane, especially on a map like Dragonshire. So Big Wiz, huge advantage for the top lane for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, and down bottom, easily grabbed up by this 4-man stack. How do you fix this, or how do you change this with the double support for Minion Miners? I just don't see how it's going to be that easy for them.
I think maybe you consider... Oh, not dying again, but Lily does go down. maybe you consider who you have in the top lane. Maybe it's not ETC. Maybe you need ETC to set up some kills for the Falstad.
No, we
Maybe
did have the ETC picked up in game number 1 by Minion Miners. Excuse me, it wasn't Minion Miners. It was, yeah, it was Deathwing's Hookah Lounge that picked it up. Sorry, and they went with the stage dive. And I think we're setting up for something very similar here, because ETC in the solo lane so far, I don't know. Maybe they switch up.
It's not working out.
Maybe they switch up the Falstad, but like, does that solve much? I think you just gotta look for the ganks if you're Falstad. Try to fly in behind the Rexar and get the damage out, but it's a losing lane so far.
I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt and say that they're scaling, which I cannot fully convince myself to believe, but I want to see them scale. It's just that this coordinated play from Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is a lot, and I'm so confused and taken aback by this double support, double heal situation, or double support, double tank, that they're not able to really put any pressure on Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. They have this Dragon Knight, and they are already taking this bottom fort out. Level 7s will be picked up for the side of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge in just a matter of seconds, and ETC is just under constant harassment top. I would maybe consider sending Karazim up there or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what they can do.
I'll tell you what they're thinking. You know, they've been playing well tonight with the Falstad, as I mentioned, 3rd game in the row, but this time they did the proverbial all-in here. Like a hyper carry Falstad comp. It's going to be really tough to pull off. They have a bit more CC than they did last game because they have the Mal'Ganis and they have the ETC, but there's not really damage. It's going to have to be 7-sided strikes, and it's going to have to be Water Dragon. You need both of them.
This isn't the kind of map where... Oh, hold on a second. That was a Misha kill. First kill from Minion Miners.
And Murden's going to fall too. He's definitely dead, using that Dwarf Toss already in the bottom lane. So a cross-map double kill for Minion Miners. If you count the Misha as a kill, which basically is, although she's back already.
Yeah, she's back and at it. The actual main tank here, coming in hot. So Karazim is on the siege camp for the side of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, attempting to get that. They're looking to maybe get this macro pressure and just give up top fort.
Well, they have 2 supports, Slexia. Neither one's here healing up ETC.
I know.
They're the ones split off picking up camps, and Falstad here without mana. This is just another like losing situation for Minion Miners as Mal'Ganis showing up, but the fort is down as the next shrine phase is going to be active in less than 30 seconds. It's still Karazim and Lili working on camps together.
It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I want to see what happens, though. They did manage to get both of these siege camps. They have not lost yet. They are scaling. They're going to get level 10 shortly after Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. It's just that I don't think this ETC in the top lane is ideal. But maybe he'll just forfeit this completely and go down bot and get a huge kill. It just sucks that they have a melee healer, a Falstad, and 2 tanks that can easily spread bombs. And here comes that stage dive. Devo taking a lot of damage. Hinterland Blast coming out with the Phoenix and the Sleep. Doing a lot to Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, and it's not enough damage to take them out.
Someone call Repsychic right now, because we got Water Dragon, baby. He's been waiting all season, and it's finally here in a week 2 matchup. But I don't think he's in the chat right now. Did you?
We got it last week.
Oh, Super Pug. Was it here? No, it wasn't here. I would have remembered that.
I don't know. Hashtag marksman in chat. I don't know. Hashtag is he scaling question mark. He does have the most hero damage, but I mean, he just beat ETC's hero damage, if I'm being honest.
Camp trying to be taken down bottom by Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, but there's 4 blue shirts nearby, and looks like Mal'Ganis is going to check this out, and he's going to take a lot of damage from that cursed bullet, and Urdak, just like that, will be falling, or will he? No! still surviving with the help of Lili and Karazim. They pick up 2 kills.
Prove us wrong, Minion miners. Show us the ways. Stage dive happening as well. Murda looking very low, backing up. Big Wiz tapping that well. And this is Minion miners' play here. They're able to channel this and get the dragon mid. I don't think there's going to be time for Misha to stop Mal'Ganis.
And just like that, Minion miners pick up their first objective of the game. And really the first good moment they've had in a while, because Tomb of the Spider Queen was such a hard map for them to really get anything going on. They never quite got their footing underneath themselves, and finally opportunity to get down some structures, even up a game, and potentially even take a lead. They're closer to level 13 right now, but they need a little bit more before they're there. And I think once they have
did
it,
get the bottom bruiser camp as well. During this.
I think this keep could be under, or excuse me, fort could be under threat if they rotate the DK down, but it's just remaining at mid. Maybe would have liked to see the split and just leave the Falstead by himself, but
Kimibo regenerating mana at base, and Misha dies again. Marshall using Water Dragon as ETC drops in with his stage dive on the Devo. He is retreating. That hammer adding quite a bit of slow. They're able to make it out.
Falstead this time not going with the Gust, which was pretty good earlier. Now having the Hinterland's Blast, going to try to combo that in with ETC's CC and perhaps Mal'Ganis as well. It is the Carrion Swarm once again for the Mal'Ganis player tonight. And just as I thought, we did get the stage dive and both of those aggressive heroics for the supports, which have netted a few kills so far. They got to be careful around this siege camp as they barely get that captured in time before... Which hero is this? Oh, that's the Murda. That's a cool skin.
It's like, what is that? Is that Misha? Nope, that's Murda. Looks the same. All right, here we go. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge pushing this siege camp forward as far as they can. Star Fox still in it. Danger Pings coming out. Cursed Bullet putting quite a bit of damage onto the Mal'Ganis, but no real follow-up. It's just there. It just happened, you know. Short cooldown. Why not use it, I guess.
Top lane, 2 bruiser camps, one going each direction, but Misha doing a good job clearing out the blue side one, and this will start pushing in favor of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. ETZ gonna stage dive in down bottom. Big fight happening. Patch is in trouble and will be the first to fall. Could be more as that Carrion Swarm went out. It was doing really good. 7-sided strikes putting Murda in a lot of trouble, even through that avatar, because the percentage damage does all the health damage. Power slide in, and Murda will fall. A triple kill for Minion miners, with opportunity to get this fort down finally if they can get their minion wave pushed up, and they will. So this will be their
crow. We are eating crow, Murda. Look at this playing out.
Yeah, I mean, smart they went with the heroics they did. I think these were the only picks they could have taken. Maybe Mosh makes sense, although I think there's enough interrupts on the other side.
I mean,
like
as long as you continue to target the Kel'Thas, who has died twice now, he can't really do much. Greymane doing 30k damage and dying twice too only does so much, and this time Rexar goes down, but Lili too. Ooh.
Oh, did you see the blind as a bat? The only thing saving Mal'Ganis there. Falstead in big trouble. Gets a little bit of healing from Karazim as he's trying to kite back Murda, but the big boy Star Fox 64 gonna give him the Storm Bolt and send him back to base. 41 seconds till he'll be back up as the top lane being pushed by a bruiser camp. Wester's gonna have to go up on Karazim to clear it out, which should give room for both of these shrines to flip to red. It's gonna be Murda sent with the duty to run up to the top lane, and either Kel'Thas or Ana remaining near mid to hop in the DK.
Well, Mal'Ganis is bot taking over the point. I am still just like thinking about how extra he looked getting away with barely any health. Just
swiping.
I just want that image. It's just on stream right now, and oh my god, I just saw it again. Yes, thank you, RNGesus, for blessing me with that. Okay.
Bottom
Right,
lane
they're
gonna be
rotating down to get this. Yeah.
easy
ETC
free
heading top,
recapture.
though.
And notably, there's 3 camps available down here: the siege camp and the bruiser camp. And ooh, Murden's even set up aggressive. They might want all 3 here.
Yeah, they need to add some pressure, split the team up, because together the unconventional wombo of a double support, double tank team with a hyper carry Falstad is not looking to be something that they can handle on the side of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. So they got to get something going if they want to win this game. And I think that's a good old-fashioned push, you know? That's what it looks like here bottom lane. ETC is still top, and Hinterlands comes out, but really just doesn't add too much. Cursed Bullet comes out, and the CC onto the Mal'Ganis is a lot, and he's having to pop his ultimate with the Phoenix just zoning blue team away. And this time Misha dies again. And this is looking pretty good still for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Minion miners are having to retreat and get some health back.
Well, they're winning fights, but they're certainly not winning the map. They did get the last objective, but still structures are going to favor Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, who just put the first real assault onto one of these keeps. They got the wall down, no damage onto the keep itself. But they're going to send Rexar to top lane and maybe work on getting this Dragon Knight. 4 heroes in the triangle right now. No
or
one
get
from
this Lily. They're looking for a gank. It's just the 2 squishies here. Hemibo rotating up to the Bruiser. If they're able to get any of them. Bruther there. Okay, Hemibo is there. They know red team wants this Dragon Knight, but they have to know they're in the bushes. Like, they have to know. Everyone just saw them rotate into their own bush. Star Fox is gonna just let it send it with that Q, and the Hinterland comes out again. Team's
Power
on
slide
fire.
in from ETC, looking to find anything he can here. Stage dive still available as well for Himibo. See if he wants to try to snipe down this Ana who's escaping away on the backside of the fight, but with the fort still there, not willing to pull the trigger is Minion Miners. They're going to split off, send Falsa down to bottom to recapture the shrine and prevent this second Dragon Knight of the game for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge.
And ETC is top. Did not use his stage dive, has it available. They do have a Bruiser coming out from the side of Minion Miners, just making its way into lane right now, and we're back to where we were with all of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge just waiting here. Ooh, Murda going in with the jump, and here comes stage dive and a huge sleep. Water Dragon coming out. Oh my god, tell us what's happening, Murda!
Carrion Swarm trying to get through some of these health bars on the back, but Ana's been too good. The grenade spread putting out a lot of healing, and they're all going to survive. No deaths there. Level 20 so close, though. And Minion Miners are actually doing a better job soaking. Having this double global with the Falstad and the ETC, they're able to soak these lanes. They get on these points efficiently. Maybe they can use these level 20 upgrades, especially on the Karazim and the Lily, both going with those heroic level upgrades. Oh, and Falstad as well. Call of the Wild Hammer. So a lot more damage coming from heroics now for Minion Miners, and I think that could make a difference in some of these fights.
Definitely can. Level 20s still need to be picked up for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. They were able to stop the channel from Minion Miners, and oh my gosh, Big Wiz is taking so much damage here and does drop. 7-sided was used on him. Devo, Hinterlands is gonna rip his life out. His
Winterland's
soul
Blast, maybe.
Oh, whoa.
Stage dive deep on the back. It's a bigger target now, too, for ETC. And this Murden might be locked in. No, he dwarf tosses right over Himibo's head. They get the fort down, but they got to worry about clearing top lane. Catapult pushing in with the Bruiser Camp bottom lane as well. Catapult is there. Still on the map is this objective. Lily standing at mid. Marshall, are you going to channel it? Yes, they will. So typically bottom lane the priority, but during the last objective phase, Minion Miners looking at mid, and looks like that's exactly where they want to go. Once again, ETC though in trouble! Oh my god, all 3 of the heroes here in defense each hit their CC in perfect succession. And that could negate any chance of getting one of these keeps down. Greymane will be back on the map in just 3 seconds. And you hate to see it if you're a Minion Miners fan.
Yeah, that was their chance, but this is showing everyone that blow up potential and how effective Patches is with that gravity lapse to set up kills. It's insane. There's like no time to react. You literally can do nothing. You're in the air and you're dead. You're in heaven.
And this whole time, Camp has been pushing bottom lane. It's up to this keep now. A little bit of damage is put onto it already, as now Deathwing's Hookah Lounge going to look for it with the boars. Leaping in deep as Murda finds that Stormbolt, and Falstead could not even look up. Hands off the keyboard, dead just like that. Blind as a bat trying to slow things down for Mal'Ganis, but Urdak has to be careful. No heroes around to try to help him except his Kerosene. And the Dragon Knight...
it's a tough position when he's on fire. The Kerosene can't get close to heal him. The Lily is in the Dragon. I mean, they're using it as a defense. And this is the full team of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge up with Falstad down. This is getting intense. They're already trying to send it with the siege camp on the side of Minion Miners bot to finish off that keep. Minion Miners are on their Bruiser, and it looks like Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is rotating down to the bottom Bruiser camp to keep this pressure here bottom. 17 seconds until Falstad is up. And will we see an invade? An outnumbered invade? Looks like Murden's
Truthfully, we have one of these matches that whoever wins the next big fight is probably going to win the game. Like, that's what it's looking like.
Could have been a win almost with that last one, I felt. But they had the Dragon Knight. So here we are. This keep is gone. Like, easy.
They just have to keep these Siege Giants alive for one more second, and there it goes. First keep of the game down. Another jumping in. Murden finds the Stormbolt on the Falstad. They take down 2 that time. Lily gone as well as ETC diving in. 7 sides are being thrown around by Kerosene, but still no kills. Blind is about once again from Mal'Ganis, but this time Gravity Lab's going to shut him down. It's a triple kill for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge with a Bruiser Camp and a Catapult here on the core. One last stage dive from ETC, going to be shut down by that grenade. GG's already starting to be called in chat by Falstead. Slexia, is this it right here?
This is it. I mean, we just have an ETC and a Kerosene up. There's just too much damage, and that core is at 0%. That was a valiant effort by the Team Minion Miners. Thanks for the show. Wow.
But ultimately, Slexia, it is the reverse sweep, taking it 2-1. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, and that'll certainly help the case that Nexus Edge and crew were starting to put together for DHL this season as being one of the favored teams here in Division A. Gonna find another win here in week number 2 on an 11-11 game number 3 Dragonshire.
Yeah, I think that Minion Miners have so much potential, and they're not in last place in my mind. Looking at the way that they fought, they just need to think about their comps. I cannot, I do not have faith that Falstead brings enough utility to counter some of the things in this game right now as your hyper carry. With that being said, GG's to both teams. And wow, I thought we were going to have to interview Minion Miners and ask them about their double heal, double tank comp.
Yep. Well, maybe we'll still get to chat about it a bit. But
yeah.
Okay, I do have Big Wiz ready to go, so you want to hop over to NGS with me?
Yep.
All right, I'll see you there.
All right,
there's Slexia. And I think Big Wiz is on his way. And I'll swap us over.
Celebrating a little too much.
Well, I would be excited too. Probably a little frantic in the comms right now. Locked lobby. Okay, so we're going to go to a different lobby.
Pulled me in, thanks.
Try this one. Hello, we got Big Wiz now. Welcome and congrats on the reverse sweep tonight. Bit of a scare in game 1, but how's Deathwing's Hookah Lounge feeling?
Oh, we're feeling great. Yeah, first game was barely lost, but got the win, got the dub. Always feels good.
So they had a pretty distinct game plan, taking away the Stukov in all 3 games. Tried to get rid of the Garrosh and the Greymane tonight. Tell me a bit about how your team prepared, and were you ready for some of these bans that they threw your way?
Oh, we're ready for any bans. We prepared by playing other games like Halo and
Nice.
and like Fortnite or whatever you want. But we just try and play with big balls and enemy on screen, take them out.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. It seemed like you guys struggled a little bit against that ragtag comp we had in game 3. Tell me what was going through your mind when you started to die to Lily, Karazim, 2 tanks, and a Falstad.
Well, they had a lot of CC, and they basically they got us with the jump a couple times. I was too far away, and they got the 5v4 they wanted, and that was enough. But we started paying more attention to the jump, and we tried really hard to just keep macro pressure up, which gave us some space since they had no wave clear, and then we were able to get some picks with the Rexar 20 route from a long way away and run it down.
So you guys had to deal with a Ragnaros in game number 1 on Cursed Hollow. The double lava wave was just way too much to handle. There was even one that you guys just found yourself stuck in by your bottom fort wall.
Yeah.
So Ragnaros got plenty of value, and it seems as though you guys recognized that fact heading into game 2 and game 3. You banned him out twice. But just maybe talk about this. Was it that tough? But you just didn't want to deal with it? What's the status there?
Yeah, well, pretty much if you look at the XP, they would have been way behind without the lava wave. And we were he survived that final fight with like 1 touch. And if we get the kill there, and then the False had survived 1 touch, and if we get the kills there, we think we had that game won. And we think the only reason they kept up with us is because of the free soak from the lava wave. So we didn't want to let that happen again.
So it's 2 points in the standings tonight to add to your week 1 domination. Puts you guys in 2nd place, I believe, only behind Team Happy Cloud right now, who has 2 dominations. Have you looked around the division at all? Are there any teams out there that you're really excited to play against? Maybe some friends you have on some other teams, but how do you feel about Division A this season?
I have to plead ignorance. We don't really pay attention. We're just here to have fun and show up once a week and play a game.
Okay.
All right. Well, I have the hard.
That's the truth.
I have the hard-hitting question. Here I just told Murda, you lead this. I hate asking questions. Lol. And here I am like, okay. Tell me a little bit about Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. What is that?
It's the name of our Discord.
Oh, okay.
That's it? Wow.
We're a bunch of
best
cool
answers
guys.
I've
We
ever
enjoy
had.
a beer on a Friday night. We all like to take long walks on the beach. And, we like puppies.
Well, I gotta say, Big Wiz, this is the one
Interesting.
team in NGS next week that's not gonna get to have any fun. Teams are just gonna ban Deathwing every single time against you because I'm pretty sure it's already gonna be a top ban target. And then you gotta have your name with it, so they're gonna
maybe
assume
they'll
you
let us
want
play
it.
it. We would like that. He's definitely top priority, and I don't think until they nerf him, he's top priority for sure.
Could be happening soon, right? That balance patch coming out not too long from now.
Could be, and then we'll have to see if he's still as dominant as he is in QM.
Well, you don't have any information on us about some of these other teams or who you're excited to play against. Why don't you just, last question, tell us a bit about your team. I'm sure you're familiar with them. Anyone you want to highlight as being an MVP caliber player tonight and give them a personal shout out before we move on to the rest of the show?
Wow, they're all MVP caliber, Fox making the calls on the tank, Blue keeping us all alive, and Patches and Devo just working together to blow them up. And then me running around the map trying to keep us even in XP. So we're all MVPs. We've been playing together for a while.
True team effort tonight, indeed. Well, Big Wiz, we've made it to the end. Before we go, I want to give you an opportunity to give one last goodbye or send off. Any shout outs you have for the rest of the community?
Shout outs to our sub Lobsty, who hopefully never gets to play. And shout outs to just the entire team. Shout outs to NGS for keeping the ball rolling and giving us something fun to do on a Thursday night.
Well, we appreciate you being here for the NGS Game of the Week. First one we've had in Division A this season, and it's Deathwing's Hookah Lounge on top. So congrats once again, Big Wiz. Looking forward to seeing more of you guys later on this season.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Have fun with the rest of your cast.
All right, appreciate it. All right, well, we're going to try to get back on the call with Slexia. See if we can find her. There she is. Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
How do I fix this? Boom. Now you're back. Welcome back. All right, well, Slexia, another Thursday in the books. Another winner has been crowned. And maybe next week maybe we did heroic, we did A. Maybe we just go down the list. Maybe we'll look for something around the B range next week.
Maybe. Why don't you guys let us know who you'd want to see? I know we choose it and like people help, but I don't know. It's exciting. I was perplexed by these games, and I'm having a blast. Again, thank you to Weenus for that fresh intro.
Oh, we're gonna show it one more time on the way out for sure.
With all of the Slexia yelling and the Murda yelling, of course. I just need to be able to be like like you do. Like we're gonna have a shout casting like and then just actually blow my trachea out.
Oh
so
yeah, I get 30 on those.
I can't wait. Yeah, I love it. I love casting with you. It's so fun.
It's always a pleasure.
If I need to take a breath, you just like pick it right up and I don't have to worry, you know.
Like, thank God this guy's talking and not me.
I know, like thank God I can take a breath, I can get a sip of something. But Murda, why don't you let everyone know where they can find you outside of just casting this amazing series every Thursday?
Well, certainly can do that. Twitch.tv/MurdaRG if you want to find my personal Twitch channel where I do a lot of casting, mostly NGS stuff. So if you're an NGS fan, make sure you're following me over there. Once again, that's twitch.tv/MurdaRG. Same handle over on Twitter, twitter.com/MurdaRG. Come say hi. Tell us who you want to see next week in the Game of the Week. Slexia, where can they find you?
They can find me at twitch.tv/Slexia or Twitter at Slexia3. I stream a lot. I do a lot of stuff now. So I'm pretty active. And you can always find me on the Nexus, of course. But that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Truly appreciate it. And we'll see you next Thursday.
We will see you next Thursday. Before we go, last quick thank yous for some of the follows coming out tonight. We had Mega Killa and Perfect 1010. We didn't quite make it to the 1,000 follower mark. I was hoping we get there tonight. But until next time, I've been Murda. She's been Slexia. And we will see you guys in the Nexus. Diablo Apox, Leap of Faith again by Anduin Vildanslo, and Medivh's gonna be able to finish him off. 3 kills, a triple for PFM, and now Diablo being surrounded. Fade falling to 25% health, Condemn, and Diablo's down. That might be the actual play of the game. They find another kill.
Apocalypse coming out though. Red team. Oh my God! Red team almost got him.
Axon jumping over to get some kills.
Oh, Ragnarok getting the concussion mine, knocking him out into the fray. Oh, the definition of unlucky.